Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to the second part of collecting your data from the Rasa chatbot and further storing that data into the database. So, welcome back to the second part of it, and let's understand how to store the data that we have collected in the last session from the Rasa chatbot into the database that we are going to use in our today's session. So as I have already said that we are going to use MySQL database for storing the data into the database. So let's get started and let's see how to do that. So to get started, firstly what we have to do is we have to install some packages which are actually required to do this task, right? So for that, firstly you have to install your MySQL on your system. Let's get started and let's understand the basic functionality and the basic coding program for this to store the data into the database, right? So for that, what we need is we need these two packages which you can see on your screen. So the first one is MySQL connector -python-rx. So this is one which we needed, and the second one is MySQL. So these are the two packages that we need to install on the environment where we are having the Rasa packages already installed. So this is how we have to do it. Now let's get started and let's install both of them, right? So simply what you have to do, just type this command into the project. For now, just stop this like we have already done, right? So here you can see I'm already having this environment activated on my system, right? So on my terminal I'm already having this. So simply just paste this command so that it will install the package into the same environment, right? So this is what exactly we have to do. Now press enter, so it will start to install the packages. But if it is already installed, then it will directly show you that requirement already satisfied. Like in my case, it is already showing that this is already satisfied, so I don't have to install it again. So similarly do for the second part as well. So just copy this and paste it, right? So this is also installed. So this is how you can see this will automatically start the installation process, and it will be installed into the environment where you are having all the Rasa chatbot packages, right? So this is how you can install the MySQL. Now let's start with the programming for your MySQL to store the data into the database, right? So let's go back, and here you can see I have already created one file, and that file is already present here where your action file is, right? So this is how I'm doing it. Now you can see inside this, firstly what I'm doing is I'm simply calling this import mysql.connector. So this is what I'm doing is, this is how I'm just calling this connector part, because this will be used to connect your project to the existing database which you are having installed on your system, right? So for that I have created a function, just because I have to call this function into the actions file by just passing these values which I have collected here, right? Which I have stored, or let's say which I have just shown you in the last session, like how you can display those values, right? So now we don't have to display those values. Instead we are going to pass these values directly to this particular function, and automatically it will just display you, or let's say it will just do whatever task you want to do. Like in our case we want to store the data, so it will store it. So if in case you want to create a new table, it can do that part as well, because right now we are going to write a query for your MySQL server. So as per that it is going to do the task, right? So for that, let's start. Firstly what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an object with respect to this class which I have created, right? So as per this, what I'm doing is mysql.connector.connect. So inside that we are having this connect. This will be used to initiate your MySQL database, right? So with respect to this, you can see I am passing like what is the host. So host means like where you're running it. So I'm running it on my local host, right? So this is why I'm writing this localhost. After that, the user and password for it. So in my case, the user is root and the password is also root. So this is how I'm writing it. And after that, you have to specify that in which database you are going to make your changes, or let's say in which you are going to make your table and to further store the data, right? So simply what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a database, and inside that database what I have to do, I have to just store the values, right? I have to store the data inside the tables which will be present inside this database, right? So right now I'm writing this name, but instead of that what I can do, I can simply say, let's say Rasa feedback, right? So let's give this name as the database name, right? So this is what I'm doing, right? So after that, by using this mydb, I have to call this cursor, because this cursor is going to take care of all these things. It is going to take care of all the execution of the queries that you are going to pass in here, right? So this is how exactly you can do it. Got it? So this is the way how you will be doing this. But to follow any of the process, or let's say to execute any of the process, firstly we need to create this database, right? Because without having this database, it will not be able to perform any task, right? So there are two options: either you will create it here, or you can directly create in here, like so. Let me show you from here first. MySQL-u, u is for the root, -p, and this is for the password. So just type password, and now you can see it has opened the MySQL for me. Now just use some queries for this. So to check the databases, I will simply type show databases. So it will show me that these are the existing databases that I'm already having, right? So as per this, I'm doing this. Now what I have to do, I have to create a database, right? So let's say create database, just write the database name. So now you can see query okay, one row affected. So this is how you can see you have created this database. Now to check that, just type it again. So here you can see rasa_feedback, it has been created, and now we can proceed further, right? So to proceed further, firstly what we have to do is we have to create a table into the database that you are having, and after that, into that table we will be able to store all the values that we want to store, right? So this is how we can collect the data and we can further store the data, right? So for now, let's do one thing. As I have already said, I'm going to use this my cursor. I'm going to create another object with respect to this mydb.cursor, which this mydb is saying that you are going to connect, or let's say you are going to perform all the operations with respect to this database which you have called as per this command, which is mysql.connector.connect. So this will directly link you that you are going to perform all the changes into the local host database, and where the password is root and the user is also root, right? So this is how you are going to do, and also it is telling you like in which database you are going to perform all these operations. So we are going to perform all the operations inside this database, which is named as rasa_feedback. So this is how you can see you can perform all the operations. So with respect to that, we have created this cursor, and now this cursor will be used to execute the commands. So firstly, let's create a table, right? So just uncomment this part and comment this part. So this is a command where what I'm doing is I'm creating a table with the name customers, or let's say just change the name for it. So let's give it a name as feedback. So let's not give the name as feedback. Feedback rasa, right? So this is the name which I'm going to give to your table, right? And inside that table we are going to create 3 multiple columns. First one will be collecting the first name, second will be collecting the last name, and the last one will be collecting the feedback. So as per that, I have written this varchar as per the data capacity. So I'm just writing that, right? So this is how you can see I'm just doing this part, clear? And at the end just write this semicolon, because we are going to use MySQL right now, and there semicolons are actually used, right? So this is not Python. So this is how we can do it, right? So I have written this command, and now as per that you can see I am writing this mycursor.execute. So with respect to this, I am passing this query which I have saved inside this variable SQL. So what this will do is this will execute this query which I have written here to create a table, right? So this is how it will create that. And when this command will be created, or well, let's say when this command will be executed, it will go to this mydb.commit, so that it can commit the changes, it can store that changes permanently, right? So this is how we can do it. And the last one is just to display that you have done this task and everything was successful, right? So this is how we can do it, right? And after that, just to show you now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just execute this right here only. Instead of calling this into the action, I'm just going to call it here, so that I can show you that it is actually working, right? So for that, let's do one thing. Like here you can see I have already used this show databases, and also I have created this. So for that, just use this, use feedback. So this will change the database to this, and now let's see what are the tables inside this. So you can see right now there is no table, or let's say it is simply displaying you the message as empty set. So that means there is no table. Now let's do one thing, let's run this program and let's understand how exactly it is going to work. So you can see it is showing like record inserted. So that means it has updated the database, right? So now let's go back and let's check it again. So what you can see, this time it is not showing the empty set. Instead, it is showing you the table name which you have created just now. So let's see what we are having inside this feedback underscore rasa. So let's say I'm writing another command, select star from this. So it simply means I'm going to select all the data, but you can see there is no data, so that's why it has displayed empty set. So now it's time to update the data, right? So to update that data, I have to change the query. So this time my query is this, like I want to insert the data into the table which is named as feedback underscore rasa. So let's just change the name over here, right? And what are the values that you want to pass? So you want to pass the values for first name, last name, and the feedback. And what are those values? Those values are this, this, and this, and these are the values for your first name, last name, and the feedback. And these values will come from here. Inside the actions, what I'm going to do, whatever values I'm passing here, I will simply pass them for this particular function, so that instead of passing any random value or passing any fixed value which I will pass here, it will just store these values which I'm going to collect from the Rasa chatbot, right? So this is what exactly I'm going to do. Now as you can see, I have done this part, and also as you can see for this data update, I am passing these values. So whatever values you are passing here, that will be stored for this, right? So this is how you can see this. Now let's do one thing, let's execute this one and let's see whether it is updating it or not, right? So for that, just save it and run. So you can see one row inserted, so that means it has updated the data. Now let's check whether it is updating or not. Select star from feedback, right? Okay, so you can see the data whichever I have passed here, Ashish is the first name, so it is saving. Sani is the last name, it is showing. Best session for Rasa chatbot, it is also showing. So in short, whatever data you have passed, it is showing over here, right? Now as you can see, I have made this program. Now it's time to link this to the action file, right? So for that, what you have to do, so simply just go inside the actions file and just call this from database connectivity. What you have to import this data update, right? So what you have done, you have just call this function in from there. Now when you have to call this, you have to call it when this action underscore submit will be called. And when it is calling when you will say yes. So yes means action underscore submit, and it will just update the value. It will just call this function and you're going to call this data. So as per that, it will just let's save it here. Okay, now inside this, just pass these three values: first name, last name, and the feedback, right? So just copy it and paste it here, right? So you have passed these three values. First one is for the slot name, first name, second one is for the last name, and the last one is for the feedback, right? So this is what exactly you have done, right? And after that, what I can do is I can also display one message, right? So let's just display a message. Let's say right. So you can see what I have done. I have just call this one and it will automatically just update the data into the database, right, at the backend. So because this is the backend part, so it will not be shown in the front part, right? But in the front, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just display a message for the user saying thanks for the valuable feedback, right? So this is how it will tell you that you have already given the feedback and it has successfully updated that, right? And for now I can just comment this part because I don't want to display it now, right? So now you can see I have created this part. Now it's time to run this and check whether it's working or not. So let's go in here. Okay, it is already running. So let's do one thing this time. Let's run Rasa X and let's check it there, right? Okay, so you can see Rasa X is running now. Now let's have a conversation with the chatbot and also let's see which model is activated. Okay, so this is already activated. Now just go here and just let's have a conversation with it, right? So you have seen how it has just shown you this message that thanks for your valuable feedback. That means it has already stored the data into the database. Now let's check that. Now you can see this is the previous one. Now let's just check this again. So this time you have seen whatever data I have passed there and whatever data that I have collected from the Rasa chatbot, it is storing it in here, right? So this is how you have seen how you can store the data into the database. Right now you can see both the messages are same. So you must be thinking that this is not a big deal. So if you have any doubt, you can just change this message and you can check according to that, right? So this is the way how you have collected the data and you have stored the data into the database. So you have seen this is how you can store your data into the database whichever you have collected from the Rasa chatbot, and also you can use the data in different ways, right? So this is all about storing the data into the database, but you can perform further operations as well. For now, this is it. I hope everything is very clear to you, but still if you are facing any kind of a difficulties in any of the topic, then you can definitely leave a comment below in the comment section. And also if you have liked this video, then do click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any kind of a videos. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.